What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Before we get started, you guys know the drill. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share the video with a friend, and get into the video. Alright, so today, this video is a little bit different. What we're doing is we are going to do a Q&A. I did do a little thing probably a week ago on my Instagram page. Just, hey, ask me some questions. What do you guys want to know? Believe it or not, we got over 100 slide ups or comments, whatever you want to call it, questions. So I try to take 15 to 25 and we'll go from there. But just kind of whatever you guys want to know about me, I don't know. And so with that being said, let's get into it. So first question, how did you first get into the gym? That's a really good question because a lot of my content is gym related. So I played sports growing up. I played football. I did some basketball. I did some wrestling. I did baseball a little bit. I literally played sports my entire life. And it really started to pick up when it came to the gym and lifting weights, really watching myself progress in the gym when I was about 14. Because I skipped my last year of Little League football and wanted to go play at the high school as a freshman. And that was kind of just turning in Utah. I don't know other states, but that's what I wanted to do. And so went to early morning lifting, 5 o'clock, and started lifting ever since I was 14 or 15 years old. So, and it's just stuck with me. I did kind of right after high school, I wouldn't say I fell off, but I would say I really stopped going to the gym as much. It was maybe like twice a week. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just didn't have the motivation. So that's kind of how I got into the gym. What's my current workout split? That's the next question. That's a really good question also. I kind of switch it up. Right now I'm doing a push-pull legs, but I flop it. Because in my head, I'm like, okay, what body parts do I not want to have the most sore come the weekends? So it kind of switched. So I work out 6 days a week. This is what I personally do. I work out 6 times a week, and Fridays are technically my rest day. It's the end of the work week. I just want to come home, relax, go out, do what I'm going to do. But Mondays and Thursdays is leg day, is leg day. Tuesdays and Saturdays are our push day. So chest, triceps, shoulders, and we do calves 3 to 4 times a week just because we don't want small calves over here. We don't do that. And then Wednesdays and Sundays is pull, which is our back, biceps, and delts. Again, like rear delts. So there's that. What's your go-to post-workout meal or snack? That's a good question. I'm a big fruit guy. So if I can have some fruit, like strawberries, pineapple, watermelon, grapes, and oranges, like a little fruit bowl, that would be ideal. But if we're trying to just do whatever, honestly, a good protein shake. Like, I don't know, protein shakes are pretty fire. What's one gym mistake you made early on? That's a really good question. I feel like a lot of these are really good questions. So what's one gym mistake you made early on? Probably not knowing how to like do certain movements with good form. I feel like you're not going to progress strength-wise, number one, but also you're not going to allow yourself to build that muscle properly because you have such a hard time really trying to learn things. Just ask people. Also, you don't want to get injured. If you're not using good form, drop your weight in the gym, regardless of what it is. Use good form because obviously that muscle-mind connection is going to be totally different. And again, it was when I was young. You know, my squat and bench form was garbage. Like, the first time I actually squatted anything, like, in the gym, I remember my football coach. He's still doing it. The dude's an animal. He had us squat with PVC pipe to get us into form. He was really big on form. But trying to even squat just a little PVC pipe was not good. So, probably just not asking how to do things properly. That was probably my biggest mistake. With a lot of movements until I learned. So make sure you guys ask. What we got? What we got? Do you train more for strength or aesthetics? So, when I really started doing the social media thing, I feel like I was ego lifting a little bit. Not so much. I just wanted to get up to a 405 bench and like a 500 squat. I was like, those are pretty good numbers, especially the bench. 405, we'll do that. But now I want to be as aesthetically pleasing as I want to be strong. I feel like those kind of things are just, they go hand in hand, but those are also what comes in my goals. You know what I mean? How do you deal with gym anxiety or self-consciousness in the gym? So that's a good question. I know a lot of people are new to the gym. They don't go to the gym. They're always like, I don't want people making fun of me. 95% of people at the gym will gladly help you or give you tips if you just ask. Yes, there are some people that are just dicks. That's the reality of it. Welcome to the world. But you got to remember, at the end of the day, you're not going for anybody else but yourself. And if you're going for other people, you're not doing it for the right reason. You need to do this and make this decision for you and what your goals are. Because that's going to help your self-consciousness disappear, and you're going to be confident. Because if you go to the gym when you never go to the gym, give yourself a week. You will instantly feel better, especially if you're good with your diet, your sleep, water, and just really pushing. Even if it's just cardio, you'll feel so much better, and it'll put your self-esteem through the roof. I promise you. Okay, some more personal ones. Are you single or are you dating someone right now? I know, but your boy is single. Your boy is single. When it comes to dating, I wouldn't even say I have a strong desire to date. If something happens organically and it just feels, it feels right, cool, I'll go with the flow. But I'm not actively looking like hard. You know what I mean? I'm also a man, and I'm man enough to admit, or if I see a woman that I find is beautiful, I will let her know. I'm not afraid to say that. But when it comes to the dating world, I am single. What's something most people don't know about you? That I speak, I wouldn't even say I speak, but I'm very close to being able to speak 4 languages. So I speak English, Spanish, and I'm currently learning Italian and French. Shout out Duolingo. What's a non-gym related hobby you really enjoy? To build Legos. As you guys know, I went to school, engineering. I love to build. I love to see progress. So I love just to build Legos. I think it's fun. It sounds crazy. Let me give you all a little rundown. So, as you guys saw, I like to build Legos. A lot of the smaller things I had from when I was younger, but because I became an adult, I had adult money, got better with finances. The Titanic, yes, it's an expensive set. It's my favorite set, though. I'm a big Titanic fanatic, and that's my favorite set. So, I definitely like to build Legos. That's probably the biggest hobby a lot of people don't know, but now you know. Who has had the biggest influence on your mindset or growth? Honestly, Gary Vee. If you guys know who that is, he's super inspirational. Like, I follow him and I watch as much things of him specifically as I possibly can, because he's just one of those people that, like, he's so real and authentic, but he won't call, like, he's not afraid to call you on your bullshit. And I think a lot of people need that in life. And, he's just super motivational and just, like, he really wants it to get in people's heads. You're never too old to do something and chase your dreams. Like, that's literally his number one thing. I love Gary Vee. So if he sees this, shout out my boy. All right. Future goals. This is kind of what these questions are about. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? 5 years from now, I would love to be married. I'd love to have my own family. Hopefully a child, if I'm blessed and able to have that. I would love to have my own house. Right now, apartment living. We were just finishing up college, and so, and we might be moving. You guys know if you know. Out of state, but I would love to be settled down and in a good engineering career where there's a lot of room for growth and just have a family. That's probably my biggest thing, and I want to be traveling and enjoying life. What's a big dream you're chasing right now? Honestly, just finding my purpose and becoming the best version of myself. I think it's a big part of maturity and growth as an individual, but I want to make myself happy. I want to get in a career where I'm making good money. I'm able to support myself, my family, and my children, and just where people look at me like he's just a good man. You know what I mean? I really want to just be a solid man at the end of the day. Would you ever open your own gym or merch or brand? Yes. The gym thing, that's down the road. I think it'd be dope to have your own little gym. It would definitely be like a 24/7 gym, posing room, probably like a cold plunge, sauna, hot tub. I'd want to go full out, but it'd also be private. I don't like commercial gyms no more. It's something since I've been going to my gym Origin in Bluffdale, Utah. It's different. I don't like commercial gyms, but merch, definitely something I've thought about, especially with social media kind of picking up a little bit of steam here. Again, I feel like once we hit a decent following, like 10K following on all social medias, like Instagram and TikTok, I feel like I'd look into it. So tell all your friends, make sure you guys go follow. Do you want to make social media a full-time thing? Right now, I don't have any exact, is this going to be a career for social media? I don't have that. It's more so I'm doing this because it's a hobby. It's fun to me. I love making these videos and showing my growth as an individual and just making people know you can achieve these things. But if it comes up, I definitely would really look at it and weigh out the pros and cons. I think it'd be cool though. Okay, these are about college and engineering, stuff like that. What made you choose civil engineering as your major? That was obviously the Legos. I love to build stuff. I'm very into creating. I'm good at math. I'm good at science. I don't want to cherry coat it. Engineering is an extremely difficult degree. So you really have to put yourself out there to make friends and study groups. But also you're going to lose sleep. You're going to be up late. You're going to have to miss out on events because it's such a demanding degree. But now that I'm done and I'm studying for the FE exam, back in my little area, it's worth it. It's difficult, but it's all right. What was the hardest part of your college journey? For me, as you guys know, I'm 27 right now, so I started college literally right before COVID-19 hit. That fall, I applied to college or something like that. COVID hit, so all the classes were online that I could take. And engineering, nobody knew that was going to happen. Nobody knew COVID was going to happen. So they only had so many actual classes they could move online. So it did push me back about 2 semesters. And nobody knew what was happening. So they stopped offering certain classes. And that was probably the hardest part because it pushed me back a little bit further. But trying to balance working full time and college full time, it was very difficult. Because I have bills, I have goals in life, but I'm also a grown adult. I have things I gotta take care of. Do you plan to use your degree in the future or go full influencer? Definitely use my degree. I worked way too damn hard for this. Influencer would be a little side gig. That's kind of my thing right now. How did I balance engineering school with content creation? If you guys know, the content thing really started pretty much in December. So we're 7 months into this, realistically. But it's kind of just doing it. You know, this is what I enjoy. It's fun. I make the best of my time I can. But also, I think it helps that I'm very transparent with you guys, and I don't want it to just be gym. I want it to be life. I feel like that's a very big majority of people that you can reach out to and show like, hey, I'm working full time. I'm going to college full time, but I'm also going to the gym. I'm doing things that make me happy, and showing you guys you can do it too. So I don't know. All right, a couple more questions. What's one thing you can't live without? Music. Bro, I promise you, I'm one of the most listener of music people you'll ever know. So, you know what? I don't even know. March? February? January? I don't know. When Spotify and Apple Music do their yearly review of your music, I'm always beating every single person I know. There's only been like 2 people I know that beat me, but I'm usually pushing about 90,000 to like 100,000 minutes of music a year. So let's break that down. 100,000 minutes a year, divide that by 365. That's 274 minutes a day, divide that by 60. So I'm listening to about 4.5 hours of music per day on average. That's a lot. I'm a big music guy. What's my biggest gym pet peeve? Ooh, that's a good one. Biggest gym pet peeve. When people think they own the gym and you're not the actual owner. Like, it bugs me. Like when people walk around and take weights that people are clearly using still, or they get mad, they're like, hey, you've been using those. Well, no shit, Sherlock. I'm at the gym. Like, you do your workout, leave me alone. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not I don't know, finders keepers, something like that. What's your favorite hype song in the gym right now? Oh, should we play it? I think we should play it. Let me pull it up. Ooh, I got 2. So, yeah, here, we got 2. So, Jaden Smith, Icon. Hey, this gets me ready. We are too hot in the business. So, probably that one. Or, we got some Meek Mill. Dreams and Nightmares. If you know, you know. Y'all thought I was finished. Flexing on these people, I'm not popping on my spinach. If you guys know, you know. And then the last question that we're going to do with this Q&A. Like I said, I tried to get it to about 20 to 25. I think I said 15, but we pushed it towards kind of the best ones that I really enjoyed. And then the last one is, what's my biggest goal in life? And that's just to be a solid man, be a solid individual, be true, be real to people, and just inspire. Because, you know, I think it's important. There's not enough people that are authentic. And there's a lot of people that put on masks, especially on social media. And just people that are selfish and don't want other people to succeed, just them. And I don't want to be that type of individual. But I also want to inspire people. I want to show like you can achieve literally anything you put your mind to. And, you know, for the people that have known me for, you know, a lot of my life, you know, I've loved to create things, and I've always talked about doing social media. I remember in middle school, I talked to my mom about doing social media. She was like, do it, and I never did it. In high school, same thing, never did it. And I took that leap of faith, and now we're doing awesome. You know, we're about 5,300 followers on TikTok. We're pushing about 1,500 on Instagram and YouTube. We're almost at 150. And I know numbers, that's not what I'm going for. But in my head, when numbers are growing, that's reach I'm getting. And I just want to reach people. I want to share my story and be a light for people and let them know, like, you can achieve anything you put your mind to. But on top of that, I just want to be a good man. I feel like there's not enough good men out there that, you know, are true men. I think a lot of people say they're a man, but they don't work hard. They don't treat people with respect. They don't treat women with respect. They don't protect people. They don't provide. Like, I just want to be a solid man. I want to be a good person. I want to live a life that, you know, at the end of my time here on earth, you know, I have no regrets. Just, I know I lived a good life. I was real. I loved with all my heart and never left anything left unsaid. That's probably my biggest goal just in life, and stuff like that. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I wanted to do one. I just feel like I didn't have enough people following me months ago where I could have done one and gotten enough questions. But the fact that I got 100 plus questions on that just from Instagram, I was like, hey, this was cool. It was like, obviously there were some weird questions. I'm like, I'm not going to answer that. That's weird. But I just took like 20, 25 of the best ones I could find, and I feel like would give you guys as much detail about me as possible, and did that and all that fun stuff. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. We will definitely be doing these more often. So let me know how often you guys would like to do some Q&As. Make sure you guys, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys go into the description. Make sure you guys go follow me on my other social medias, on Instagram, YouTube. We're on YouTube right now, so don't listen to me on that one. So Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. But if you are here, make sure you guys are subscribed. Share the video with a friend. Catch you guys on the next one. Let's go.